Other news now. Mayor Adams on a hot seat at Capitol Hill this morning, testifying about New York's sanctuary city status. Jessica Moore's been monitoring the hearing and has all the headlines. He's been in D.C. a lot lately.
Yes, he has. It was pretty contentious, as you can imagine. Mayor Adams joins the mayors of Boston, Chicago, and Denver, answering to the House Oversight Committee about whether he will cooperate with ICE agents carrying out the president's immigration enforcement. Before the hearing, Adams tried to lay out his position. Outside the hearing on Capitol Hill, a somber Mayor Adams said he's ready to testify about New York's sanctuary city status.
Three things stay on my mind all the time: public safety, public safety, public safety.
Mayor Adams would not say whether he is prepared to change the city's sanctuary city designation, which includes policies preventing the city from turning over undocumented immigrants who could be deported.
A sanctuary city classification does not mean our city will ever be a safe haven for violent criminals. It also does not give New York City the authority to violate federal immigration laws. To the contrary, New York City will always comply with city, state, and federal laws as it does now.
Let's be clear. These policies only create sanctuary for criminals.
Republicans wasted no time slamming the 4 Democratic mayors who they say are violating federal law by actively working against the Trump agenda and preventing him from carrying out mass deportations.
Sanctuary cities and states refuse to cooperate with federal immigration enforcement efforts and harbor illegal aliens. They often actively work to stand in the way of President Trump's mission to protect the American people and restore integrity to the American immigration system and the rule of law.
The hearing is part of a federal investigation into sanctuary cities, with the White House threatening to pull federal funding if they don't comply. Democrats blasted Republicans for trying to infringe on states' rights.
The state and local laws that Republicans have issue with today are in full compliance with federal law. They do not obstruct ICE from carrying out its duties. The Republican crusade against local independence doesn't just undermine public safety in our communities. It is blatantly cruel, and I say inhumane and un-American.
Congressman Connolly, who you just heard from there, also called out Mayor Adams for cooperating with President Trump in what he called an exchange for the DOJ dropping those federal charges against him. Chris?
Yes, then there's that. Okay, we'll see you later on today at 5 for a full recap. Of course, before Mayor Adams testified in Washington, an immigrants' rights rally was held in front of City Hall.
This was never about safety. Right. It never was, because if it was, you'd look at the data and see that we are safer with sanctuary cities. Right. It is all about dividing, erasing, and criminalizing people for simply existing.
Public advocate Jumaane Williams and other city leaders joined the New York Civil Liberties Union today, demanding Mayor Adams defend sanctuary policies. They say the laws have helped communities and bolstered the economy. Adams echoed those sentiments during parts of his testimony this morning. Marsha Kramer is at the hearing in D.C., and we'll have much more later today at 5 and 6.